Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Earlier this month, this coaching staff lost Mike Eckler to Nebraska. Wanted to be back closer to home, wanted to be closer to family. I respect that. Wish Mike Eckler the best of luck. Man, I'm going to miss some of his quotes. I'm going to miss his one-liners. I'm going to miss his energy. Somebody said, Boogie, what are you going to do? What are you going to do for the introductions of your live streams? The majority of it is Mike Eckler quotes. But we also speculate, where does Josh Heupel go? He's got to replace an outside linebackers coach, but also has to replace the special teams coordinator. Does he go outside of the building? Does he promote from within? We know Josh Heupel likes to promote from within. Well, the answer is both. He has promoted Chop Harbin, Coach Chop. We talk a lot about him in the world of recruiting, right? A lot of these guys are always talking about how Coach G and Coach Chop. Is Coach Chop the next Rodney Garner? Is Coach Chop the future for the defensive line for Tennessee? He has been promoted to the outside linebackers coach, but Josh Heupel also went outside the building to hire a veteran special teams coordinator. I think that is an interesting move. We'll get into it. We'll talk about it, but I need you guys to do that YouTube stuff. When we smash the thumbs up right down there below the video, it's quick, it's free, it's easy, it helps the channel, and I would appreciate it. If it's your first time here, welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. We're not experts here. We're not insiders. We're not media. We don't pretend to be that. What we are is exactly what you are. This channel is for the fans, by the fans. If you like it, subscribe, click the bell for notifications. You're not going to miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Right now, we're going to be live tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. It's way too early, but we're going to talk preseason expectations. We're going to talk spring camp, position battles. What groups are we looking at throughout the course of the spring? And we'll make some predictions. Why not? It'll be fun tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Come hang out for that. But let's jump into it. Let's take a look at this article from VolQuest.com. Not behind a paywall, so I got no problem sharing it with you. It's a free article. You can go read yourself. But Austin Price put this out a couple of hours ago. Tennessee adds veteran special teams coach John Bonamigo and elevates Evan Crabtree. So again, special teams, we're promoting from within, but we're also going outside the building and getting a veteran guy. What are your thoughts about that? Because, a lot of these coaches around the country, these coaching staffs, what they do is kind of handle special teams as a group, right? They handle it as a group, kind of all hands on deck type of approach. What do you think about going and getting a veteran guy, a guy with NFL experience, college experience? Let's take a look at the article. So Tennessee has added to its coaching staff as John Bonamigo is coming in to join Josh Heupel and his staff as assistant special teams coach with the departure of Mike Eckler. Additionally, sources tell VolQuest that the staff member Evan Crabtree will see his role grow going forward as the special teams coordinator. Crabtree has been helping Tennessee with special teams the last few years and has been instrumental in the kicking game. He's been able to build bonds with the players on the team and has been a valuable member of this staff. Bonamigo, who has 34 years of coaching experience, including six stints in the NFL as a special teams coordinator or assistant, and most recently as part of the Iowa State coaching staff as a senior special teams analyst. So again, 34 years of experience coaching special teams. And what are your thoughts on Mike Eckler and what he brought to the table in special teams? Obviously we gave up the touchdown return on a kickoff to Vanderbilt. Outside of that, man, it seems like he always finds a way to scheme up blocked punts. I think we've been good in the return game. I think overall Mike Eckler was pretty good, but what are your thoughts about going out, using a spot, hiring a guy with 34 years of experience for special teams? Obviously, General Neyland Maxims, press the kicking game. Here is where the breaks are made. How important is it to put together this coaching staff for special teams? Says he earned his degree from Central Michigan in 1987, was the head coach at his alma mater from 2015 to 2018, led the Chippewas to 3 bowl games from 2015 to 17, including a share of Mid-American West Division title in 2015. His 2016 team upset number 22 Oklahoma State. Says he was an assistant at Army from 93 to 98, led them to a record of 10-2. Good chunk of his career has come in the NFL as a special teams coach, considered a special teams innovator. I like that. And again, if you can find a way, obviously defense, offense, you got to score points, got to have defense. But if you can find a way to get an advantage in the special teams game, so he is considered an innovator. I like reading that. Started his NFL coaching career in 99. He's worked as either a special teams assistant or coordinator for 6 different NFL teams. You can see there Jaguars, Packers, Saints, Dolphins, Lions, and Los Angeles Rams. So there's what you're going to do with special teams. Obviously, you go outside the building, you add a veteran guy in John Bonamigo, but also you promote Evan Crabtree from within. Let's switch over. Let's talk about the outside linebacker role. that Coach Eckler took on. And you can see here on Twitter, breaking, Tennessee has elevated Coach Chop to outside linebackers coach. And again, this really comes as no surprise. This is the first name out of your mouth as soon as you hear that Eckler is gone. And again, you kind of, a lot of these analysts, man, they're not really on your radar until you start diving into the world of recruiting. Every single one of these guys on the defensive line, the edge position, they're all talking about Coach Chop and how much he means to them. It's sometimes you hear Coach Chop almost more than you hear Rodney Garner at this point. This is from the article here. I said before coming to Knoxville, Harbin was an off-the-field coach at Auburn on 2 different occasions, with a stop at Louisiana to coach the defensive line, sandwiched in between. Before his first tenure at Auburn, Harbin spent 7 seasons at Tuskegee University, where he served as the defensive line coach, special teams coordinator, and recruiting coordinator from 2006 to 2012. He helped the Golden Tigers to a pair of conference championships, beginning with a 10-2 record in 2006 before a perfect 12-0 mark in 2007. Coached 2 seasons at Georgia Southern, working as the defensive ends coach and special teams coordinator for the Eagles. He was part of a GSU staff that claimed the 2002 Southern Conference Championship after posting an 11-3 record before finishing 8-3 in 2003. Goes on to say, a native of Butler, Alabama, Harbin earned his first full-time coaching position in 2001 after serving as the defensive line coach at Valdosta State. Serving as defensive line coach, Harbin was part of a staff that produced 12-1 record and the Gulf Southern Conference Championship. Also spent 1 season in the NFL as a scout for the Atlanta Falcons. You know, is Coach Chop ultimately going to be the replacement for Coach G? I don't know how long Coach Garner plans to continue to coach football, hopefully for a long time. I love Coach G. I think one thing is going to be certain: as long as he is the defensive line coach at Tennessee, we are going to continue to recruit elite level talent. Now, something I like that Volquest put out after this hire from Coach Chop, they went in and put some quotes from some of the recruits. 2025 4-star defensive lineman Marion Das. This is about Coach Chop. He keeps it real with you. He is like a father figure for sure. He isn't always going to tell you everything is right. He's going to tell you what you are doing wrong, show that he cares. That is what really stood out to me. He really checks up on me and my family. It's not just about football. That was another big part of it for me too. Shows that he cares. What about 5-star defensive lineman Isaiah Campbell? Says at the end of the day, I just really like the people and the men of character that are Coach Garner, Coach Heupel, and Coach Chop. They're going to keep it transparent. That is what I want from a coach. I want them to tell me what they are doing wrong. If there's no correction, then how am I going to get better? Now we move into the class of 2026. Currently committed to Alabama, Zion Gibson. Put out a video on him late last week. If you missed that, go back and give it a watch. Currently committed to Alabama, Tennessee working to flip him. Here's what Zion Gibson says. Says he's a cool guy, always calls me and checks up on me, checks on my family. Tennessee was one of the first schools to offer me, and that helped put me on the map. I like that about Coach Chop. Go check out the full article over at volquest.com. All kinds of fun quotes from different recruits and players. But it's official now. Coach Chop has been promoted to outside linebackers coach. And then again, we go outside the building to add John Bonamigo, an NFL veteran guru of special teams, and also promote Evan Crabtree from within. Just wanted to jump on, talk about the news, see what you guys thought, see how you guys feel. Let's talk about it in the comment section. As always, smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. I would greatly appreciate it. You can also check out the Talkin VAWLS merchandise. Go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS, or you can support the channel by hitting that join button right down there below. It's right beside subscribe. Only $1 a month. You get access to custom Talkin VAWLS emojis, access to fan call-in shows, a power tee beside your name in the chat. More importantly, you're supporting this channel that is for the fans, by the fans, but also fan-funded. This show does not exist without you. Don't forget, tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern time, myself and the boys, Coach Jay should be in the house. I know good old Nate Pruitt's going to be here waiting to hear back from Darber. We're just going to get together. We're going to hang out, and we're going to talk Tennessee football because that's what we do right here on the Talkin VAWLS Network. That is going to do it for this one. Hope to catch you guys tomorrow. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.